Welcome. In this video, I'll be reading to you lesson number 3, Desire. This is from the course on how to be successful. Lesson number 1 was on attitude. You must have a positive attitude. Lesson number 2 is your aptitude. And that dealt with, I forgot. All right, let's read about lesson number 3, desire. Desire is a subject which is commonly misunderstood. There are many kinds of desires, so we will concentrate on the one which controls our financial success in life. We will define the types of desire so each individual may understand how desire plays an intricate role in our lives. All right, so I'm going to give you an overview. There is subconscious desire, 1. Conscious desire, 2. Sexual desire, 3. That's it. I know there has to be a 4th one, which is money, desire for money. All right. Subconscious desire. Our body is regulated by the desire to breathe, for blood to flow through our veins, for brain waves to wave, etc. We have no influence over these activities unless we subject ourselves to conditions which will interrupt our natural subconscious activities, such as sticking a finger in a light socket, poking holes in our veins to inject foreign substances, or jumping from tall buildings, or living in a negative environment which will eventually short-circuit our brains. All right, this is an important one because we talk about toxic people. My friend was mentioning it tonight. We must stay away from toxic people. Some toxic people say negative things to you. Like they could call you fatso, skinny, potato head, different names. They are bullies. But sometimes you live with them like they're your children, or they're your mother, or they're your wife or husband. So that they are creating a negative environment in your brain. So that's why I spend my time looking at positive videos, like listening to Tony Robbins, and this book here also. Now, I bought this one when I was probably 18 or 19 years old. Yes, I was 19 or 18. All right, so that was subconscious desire. To add to this, I remember another book that said, I have 3 brains. The automatic brain, which takes care of my breathing. Automatic. I have 3 brains. The negative brain and the positive brain. The negative was what they call about your attitude. You could have a negative attitude or a positive attitude. You must stay positive in order to achieve any success. Here we have with the conscious desire. Subconscious desire was number 1. Conscious desire. We have the desire to eat, drink, and be merry. We have the desire to be happy, loved, and appreciated, and sometimes the desire to become wealthy. Our desire to be accepted by our friends and companions is an overwhelming desire that can be just as destructive as it can be constructive to us. Many times people will not do something they have a desire to do for fear of what a mate will think. The one with the strongest desire wins the battle of desire. For instance, my wife doesn't want me to cut her aloe plants up, but I like to eat aloe. I like to put it on my face. It's soothing. So I'll go do that after this video. But she hates it. I used to listen to her for so many years, not touch her plants. Now, the way I look at it, one day she'll be dead and she won't be telling me what to do. And I must live my life also. When you abuse other people, sometimes they put up with you because they don't have the money power. Like I don't have the money to move out, right? But right now that I'm working as a gardener, I'm cutting grass, I'm getting the money power. Today, I just offered to cut someone's grass, and I told him for free, and he still gave me $5. So that's a positive step forward. What I like about the lawnmower, again, is that I could be worth $5 with just my hands, $5 per hour. But with that lawnmower, I could be worth $20, $30, or $40 per hour. You see? That's fantastic. Many times people will not do something they have a desire to do for fear of what a mate will think. You see, what happens with me is she starts yelling, right? And I live in the United States, so the police doesn't help me out with that. So the only way I can eliminate that is by keeping a serious face and keeping away from her. In fact, right now we're being blessed with the presence of 3 roommates, 4 actually, because when she's with other people, she doesn't yell at me. So I would rather have 10 roommates, you know. This way somebody's home with me when she's around. This way she won't yell at me. I just walk away when she yells. Many times people will not do something they have a desire to do for fear of what a mate will think. The one with the stronger desire wins the battle of desire. The desire to succeed is one which must be protected from outside influences, as most often in life there are more people who don't have the desire it takes to become successful than there are those who do have the desire to become successful. Each individual has many desires in life, and these can change from hour to hour depending on circumstances. The success-conscious individual has a battle in life from the day he or she is born. It is an inner spark of life that is created by God that gives us the will or desire to live. When a person loses that desire or will, they will soon become depressed, unmotivated, non-productive, and may wander through life aimlessly from one day to the next. In America, we can see a growing erosion of the desire of the people to assume responsibility for their financial lives as well as their personal lives. The financial condition of the nation is the result of loss of desire by the people of those who wish to rob us of our desire. This is a question. It should be a statement. If people could and would simply define their desires in life and then learn to control them, they would be much better off. Sexual desire. It is a fact of life that we all have it. Our parents must have had it, or we would not be here, right? This desire is one of the strongest desires known to mankind. It prevails in common folks, politicians, and sometimes ministers. It is something that is used to sell products, clothing, cars, lifestyles, and many other things. Feelings about sex are as varied as there are people with opinions on the subject. God, on the other hand, has provided conditions and laws for each of us to follow regarding this subject. The same is true for the desire for money and success in life. There are those who will stand at the pulpit and preach about the evils of money and the possession thereof, then turn around to close their sermons with an "Amen, brothers, pass the plate." Politicians also have a problem with folks who have a desire to succeed, as they sometimes try to pass laws which restrict the average person from accumulating wealth. The possession of wealth is power in many cases. Therefore, those in power, so to speak, try to regulate the distribution of the power. The Lord, on the other hand, promises a bountiful life if we put Him in control of our lives. Therefore, you do not need to depend on some bully trying to protect you from losing a few dollars, as long as you depend on the Lord as your master to lead you through life. The rewards you will receive by doing this will be completely unregulated. The media. The media has been used excessively in the last few years, not only to promote religious and political leaders, but to play an intricate part in tarnishing the image of some leaders in both occupations. We the people are affected greatly by all this hula balu, as it encourages many to have a desire to hide in the bushes to see who else can be caught with their pants down or their hand in the till. Are we to assume that Barbara Walters, Walter Cronkite, David Brinkley, and all those classy TV know-it-alls have no sex problems, drug problems, alcohol problems, financial problems, etc.? There are many instances in life where people think they want something or want to do something until it becomes too hard to do what they want to do or too hard to have what they want. God has never told us that life was easy. Many folks go through life blaming the Lord or anyone else they can think of for their shortcomings in life. I believe God tests His people every day of their life to ensure that those in heaven will not be crowded out by freeloaders who go through life giving lip service to the word but no action. It amuses me to attend church with my students or consultants as I travel around the country and hear their pastor give a sermon that resembles the exact message I share in my course, and then listen to how fellow Christian brothers and the pastor may have openly criticized or condemned the individual for taking an interest in gaining a deeper understanding of biblical principles in business. A good pastor is expected to be a good leader for his congregation. Therefore, he should always portray a positive image by understanding one basic rule for success: God provides everything to those who truly believe. Do you really believe? We should control our desires in life, most of all to avoid becoming entangled in negative conditions by the human condition. It is my opinion that when the American people become as concerned with following God's laws and possess the desire to do something with the only life He has given them, rather than worrying about the sexual habits of others in religion and politics, then we can escape from the negative society we live in and have dominion in our lives as the Lord promised. You were born with everything it takes in life to succeed. If you condition yourself and develop a burning desire to succeed, you will succeed. God bless you. James Phipps. All right, so if you have desire to improve your life, then what I suggest is you read the right books. Go find the people or the books that will help you. Do what you should do. If you need a business, move to Florida and start cutting grass. Now, I'm fortunate. I only do it maybe 2 hours every day. I need to let the machine rest. Sometimes I get paid, sometimes I don't. If the grass is tall and the neighbor has tall grass, I cut it. The reason I do that is because I need to get in shape so I can last longer. Because you go push that lawnmower for 1 hour and you'll see that it's a lot of work. So the tractor is coming. I could have the tractor maybe tomorrow if the wife agrees to do it. But there's no sense in having the tractor if she's not going to help me grow the business. She needs to drive me to all of those places. I don't want to get my driver's license because this way the whole family gets in the car and we go. And they see me working. They also start working. You see, children need to see their parents working and working as a team also. All right, God bless you and those that surround you. Call me, write to me if you need me. Find the people that say, you can do it. When you're building something wonderful, you can do it. I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. study the Bible, which is what this book is talking about, all of us have wisdom to a small degree or a large degree. If you read the different versions of the Bible, especially the book of Proverbs, it is amazing. A wise son listens to his father's instruction. I don't know how it says in the Message. Go find the version of the Message. Because I had a negative response from my daughter. Oh, I'm not a son. She gets up and leaves. I'm not able to correct her because then my wife, who worships my daughter, puts me in jail. Now, right now we're at a ceasefire because the last time my daughter went to jail. So we're at a peace right now. Only for a few hours. She only went for a few hours. They treat women differently. All right. If you read the book of Proverbs from the Message, you will get wisdom. A wise son listens to his father's instruction. That's what it says in another version, perhaps the King James Version. I'm not sure. All right, my friend. Read the Bible. Take what is useful. That's what Bruce Lee said. Take what is useful. If you find something that makes sense to you, apply it. Love God, love your neighbor. So I say, thank you, God, for this day. I'm awake, I'm alive. Because I've seen my other friend that's in a wheelchair and she can't get out of bed to get to the bathroom today. So I prayed for her. I remember the woman that instantly touched, the woman with the blood problem, she touched Jesus and she instantly got healed. Also, the other one that didn't have any touch, just say the word, Lord, the centurion, just say the word, and my servant will be healed. And that's how it worked. So I'm trying to figure out, how come God doesn't heal her quickly? Or how come she doesn't go to the next world quickly? Because I don't like seeing her in pain. All right, so the best I can do is go love my neighbor. I do it most often by cutting grass. It's an activity that I enjoy doing. My neighbors, they are happy that I do it. And at the same time, I'm putting this body to work. I'm using it. I'm getting in shape. So that's what the body that God is loaning me, that's what it's for me to use it and to get in shape and to help my neighbor and to love God. God bless you and those that surround you. In the next video, we're going to talk about lesson number 4, goals. Good night, my friends. It's about 10 p.m. maybe. Saturday night. Good night.